Hello guys, my name is Ishu and I welcome you to the TypeScript course designed specifically for complete beginners. In this course, we will start from the basic, introducing you to TypeScript, a powerful language that builds on JavaScript by adding static types. Whether you are new to programming or transitioning from another language, this course will guide you through the essential concepts from setting up your environment to writing your first TypeScript code. By the end, you will have a solid foundation in TypeScript, enabling you to create more reliable, maintainable, and scalable application. So what is TypeScript? TypeScript is a syntactic superset of JavaScript. Means if you want to create a typed code for JavaScript, you can use TypeScript. As we know, JavaScript is a loosely typed language. Means if you create a variable with string, later you can change it with number, which is 100% possible in JavaScript. But if you are creating a code in TypeScript, you can create a variable with string, but later you cannot change it to a number. That means it's an error as per the TypeScript guidelines and specification. So why TypeScript? TypeScript helps you create a type code which is easy to maintain, easy to scale, and you can easily catch errors. It also improves the code quality, and it also helps you to navigate through the code. Before that, we need to understand what TypeScript is not. So it is not a standalone language, means you cannot create a code in JavaScript as it's not a proper language. Ultimately, it will be converted to JavaScript because it's a superset of JavaScript. It's not a standalone language. And the second thing, which is it only runs at build time. It doesn't run at the runtime of your code. Means whenever you're building something, then if there is some type error, this TypeScript going to show you, hey, you missed something here and you need to fix it before going to the production. That's how TypeScript works. And the TypeScript has three main components. That is one language, the actual syntax of TypeScript, and the compiler, which converts your TypeScript code to the JavaScript code, and the language server, like if you're using some IDEs like Visual Studio Code, so whenever you're writing code, at the time of writing, it shows you there like, yes, you are missing something here. This is not the correct type. This is a user's language server for your IDEs. Okay guys, let's dive into the code. So I do have a folder open in my Visual Studio Code. So you can first, if you want to use TypeScript, you have to install TypeScript using npm. You can do it something like this: npm I want to install it globally because it's a compiler. I can keep it in my computer, and I can just say TypeScript and with single line. If I do it, it's gonna install it for you. Right now, I do have it installed for myself. That's why it is not complaining and it's not installing the packages. And now, after installing your TypeScript, what you have to do is you need to initiate your project as a npm. So you can do something like this. Init. Why? Like I'm going to create this folder as a node project. Now it has package.json. Now, if you want to initiate your project as a TypeScript, you can use TypeScript command tsc. tsc stands for TypeScript compiler, and you can do init. If you do it, it's going to create one file for you, that is tsconfig, which is the core of your TypeScript project. Here you can define all the configuration of TypeScript you want to use. That's how you created one TypeScript project. Okay, so now let me do a few things. Let me create one new folder, that is source, and let me create one new file, that is index.ts. So every TypeScript file stands like having a extension TS. It doesn't have extension of JS. That's the difference between TypeScript and JavaScript. Okay, so let's take a look in tsconfig.json file. When you open this file, you see there are a lot of options it automatically produces for us. And the main option is compiler option. It has so many things commented, and there are some which are not commented. Okay, so I'm going to simplify this config for now. We can see other options later. Now this is a simplified version which helps you to kickstart your project. Now let's understand each and every option. So there is first compiler option, where you define where you want to output your TypeScript code, like the code which going to be converted into JavaScript, which JavaScript standard you want to target. I guess latest at the time of this video recording is 2024 ES15, but right now we are targeting ES 2015. Module resolution Node. So we just want to find all the modules present in the Node modules, CJS module, common JS modules. We will see what we can change. What we can change this to later. And this is the main thing. Which files you want to include? Which files you want to convert to JavaScript? Where are your TypeScript files? So I'm specifying here like my TypeScript file are present in source. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to create one folder src. And here in this src, I'm going to create one file index.ts. All your TypeScript file extension is TS. All your JavaScript file extension is JS. So I'm going to create one variable here, const greet, and I'm going to say hello world. Now if you do it, and I'm going to print it as well, console.log. Great. Well, best ever first program whenever you start learning language. Okay. So now I have this program, and let me save this file. So now if you want to run this code, ultimately it is not a language. It will convert this code into JavaScript. If you want to convert this code to JavaScript, maybe let's create some script here. I have created one script here that is start, and I'm going to call TypeScript compiler, TSC. Okay, let's do it. npm start. When I do it, my TSC compiler runs. And if you focus here, there were no directory called dist, but now there is one directory called dist, and that contains index.js, which is the corresponding of your index.ts. Index.ts converted to index.js, like it is the same code because we are not creating any complex types. That's why it looks same. And this code is converted by TypeScript compiler TSC. Like TypeScript is not a language. You cannot run this code alone. Ultimately, this code will convert to JavaScript, and you can run your JavaScript in your browser, in Node, wherever you want to focus on.